Now, in the coming Kisanja, we shall have two categories of efforts. Category one is supporting the rich, because many Ugandans are now rich. The rich, the Basaja Barabas. The one with commercial farms, the one with factories, the ones with hotels, including the foreigners who are coming with factories, those we shall continue supporting them. The owners of the real estate, we shall continue supporting those through UDB, Uganda Development Bank, and other instruments. Now, as we speak, 70% of the homesteads are in the money economy. The Chigongos, those are rich people, the Chigongos, the ones with hotels. These are like 70% of the population now who are in the money economy. Some small, some big. So the real challenge now, but this, we need this to continue growing, because these ones are the ones who pay more tax. The more they grow, the more taxes they pay, the more money we have to do to help to do things, but also help the poor. Now, for the 30%, this is where we need to address the following. Poverty. Poverty. The medicine for poverty are these funds which we set aside. The funds of PDM now. PDM is working very well. In some of the areas, it is working very well. Asimwe, the vice chairperson, Western, I'm sure had in Kasese, in Maliba sub-county, where the spokesperson described the PDM as a silver bullet. A silver bullet, that it is a silver bullet. It is something that has solved so many problems. In some areas, it's not working so well, but we are now, during my trips, both PDM and even these campaigns, I would be like inspecting, monitoring, and they would tell me what the problem is. So poverty, we must end poverty. All these homesteads must get out of poverty, this 30%. Because it is that poverty which opens them up for all this manipulation. Now, these opposition are even some of the NRMs, are abusers of our people. One of the plans was to get money from outside and give bribes to voters. What is the bribe? 10,000 shillings per voter. Now, I don't know what 10,000 shillings can do. Can it buy a fish? Can it buy one fish or something? What can 10,000, can it buy a hen? So you give a bribe of 10,000. This is an insult. But our people, because they are poor, they can accept it. So that's why, in order to stabilize the country, we must end poverty in these homesteads. Yeah. In this coming Sanje, we should have no compromise. All these homesteads, unless they don't want, they must have capacity to have income, give intandikwa to start generating money for their, so that they are not poor. When I'm moving around, some of the families are giving me gifts of cows, because some of the families are still poor, but others are rich. They're able to. When I was in Kole, a young boy, like 35 or something, he brought 10 million shillings. During this campaign, the last runner was there, he said, I'm contributing to your campaign. 10 million, yes. So I said, what are you doing? He said, I own schools. I own 4 schools. So he was contributing to my campaign. So we must reverse the culture where the families are in need, asking, to a culture of when they have a surplus which they can contribute to the church, to the mosque, to the party. You can imagine if I had 10,000 people giving me 10 million for the party, how much would that be? How much would that be? 10,000 times 10 million times 10,000. 100 billion or a trillion? Huh? 100 billion. Yes. That's number one. We must end poverty in our homes, because it is that poverty which opens gate for all these other problems. The other area is education. Free education. Free education in government schools. That program was sabotaged here. All these children who are in the ghetto are because of dropping out of school, because they can't afford school fees. Then health, in the area of health, the shortage of immunization is doing well, but the problem is with the drugs in the hospitals. You, the elected leaders, you must monitor these programs in your area, because all these things are happening in portions of Uganda, parishes, sub-counties, in your constituencies. You must monitor the drugs in the hospital. What is the problem? Are they being stolen, or are they not enough? If it is a problem, then bring it up and we deal with it. What is the problem? Then corruption. Corruption. This corruption annoys people. They get so annoyed. Find out from our 18 million, the 18 million who of the party, how many of them are annoyed and why? By either corruption or unfairness. Then justice. Justice. To ensure that the magistrates, decide cases fairly. Land grabbing, resisting land grabbing according to the law. Because all these are happening in the areas under us as a member of parliament. Then the issue of the roads. The tarmac roads, like this road from Mityana to Fort Portal, which had become so bad. Eventually they intervened and removed the potholes, but they are now going to work on it. But why would anybody have waited until it was so late? Or the Maram Road to Hweju, where the speaker, I'm glad the speaker suffered on that road, because she also suffered on the road to Aleptong. It's good to have a speaker who is moving around instead of the one just sitting in the office, because they don't know how the people are suffering. Those roads, even if they are Maram, they would be passable. They are where the roads are Maram but passable. So what is the problem? Why would the road be so bad and the member of parliament is there, doesn't bring it up, then people are suffering so much? Our lady for the women, I think she's from that area, Hweju. So the roads in the tarmac roads must be repaired on time, because you can see them. They start slowly. Even good road. The other time when I was driving to Nakasongola, small potholes come, no action is taken. Then they grow. What is happening to the Ministry of Works? What are they doing? Some of the other roads, when they are still new, they are very good. Like the roads in Karamoja, the roads in Bunyoro, those are very good. Very good. But they must be maintained all the time. I will be very harsh in this Sanja, you people. You have to forgive me. Then the issue of water. I'm glad many villages have safe water now, but we are going to have more, all the villages getting safe water, Naikondo and so on, or piped water, but also water for production, irrigation. Jobs, not government jobs, but jobs from agriculture, from manufacturing, from artisanship, and so on. Now, once we do this, we shall unite our 21 million members, so that when we go for elections in 2031, it will not be just because the people did not turn up after our members. Because you see, remember, in our membership, we are 21 million of the party. 18 million are voters. We are voters by that time, in May, and they were on the register's book. No, we checked, some of them were voting age, but not on the register. But when we checked how many got on the register, do you remember? I think the ones who got on the register were 14 million or what? So you get you see the loss. NRM has, on May 6th, we registered 21 members. 18 million of them were voting age. But when we checked, even that time, the ones who were on the register were like 7 million. They were voting age, but they are not bothered to register. Then we started the campaign to register them. I think by now, about 14 million are on the register. So when we say 8 million turned up to vote, that means that 10 million altogether did not come. Some were not even registered, but even the ones who are registered, you can see we are talking of 6 million who did not come. And why did they not come? We must find out the reason why. Once we deal with these areas, and we also deal with the issue of East African, because you see the economy is growing so much, the production is so big, the internal market is not enough. Yes, if people become richer, with more money in the pocket, they can buy more internally. But we also need the external market. And that's why I've already started speaking to our East African leaders. This morning I speak to His Excellency Ruto. I'm going to speak to Samia and the other leaders about the East African community to make that market free so that we can sell easily without restrictions. Now finally, this time we are going to start taking advantage of our oil, because our oil will start flowing this year. When I was flying all over the place, I was passing over the pipeline. It is reaching Hoima, and very soon we shall start pumping the oil. And therefore we shall have money to deal with infrastructure, to deal with the railway, to deal with the power stations, to deal with some of the roads, not all the roads, because I don't want the oil money to be spent on these things which are not long-lasting. I want to put the oil money in the railway, which will last a long time, and in the power stations, and in science education. So that, because this, when Kyagulanyi went to Hoima, he said, no, we should share this money and we eat it. We should share the money and eat it. So Asima rang me, said Kyagulanyi has confused our people. He said that when he's president, all the oil money will be shared, and we shall eat it, all of it. I said, don't worry, when I come, I will expose Kyagulanyi, don't worry. Don't compete with him in talking nonsense. Don't try to say that because he was saying that he will give the local governments, he thought this was a good campaign strategy. He will give the local government, is 20% or what? Yes, I'll give you 20%. Of course, when they hear 20%, they become, oh yeah, oh yes. So when I went to him, I said, you people, this oil is not comparable to agriculture. Agriculture, manufacturing, and science education are more durable resources than this oil. But this particular oil, the one we are talking about now, will last only 20 years. We may find other oil, we are looking for other oil within the Albert Valley, but also in other areas like Karamoja, like Chenkwanzi. We are looking for more oil, even Lango there. We are looking for more oil, we may find it. But this particular one will last only 20 years. So what will happen after 20 years? So therefore, if you care about your country, the oil from this oil, the money from this oil, which is exhaustible, should be used to do things which will be there for a long time. Not just to, because if we say we share, we give more to, what will the local government people do with the money now? Pay allowances to themselves. That's the end. Will they invest in something long term? What will it be? What will it be? So, and the Banyoro are not stupid people, they listened, and you saw how they voted massively. They ignored the nonsense because I was able to explain to them. So this oil is coming. It will really help us to deal with the railway, deal with the power stations, deal with science education, so that we really have, because remember there are countries like Japan which don't have oil, they don't have minerals, they have just got clever people, scientists, who make cars and we the stupid people buy them. The clever people make cars all time, Mitsubishi, Toyota, all the clans of like you say, Avente, bakore motoka. Abo Rugaveni bakore motoka. Rugaveka, Nteka, Mporogomaka. These are the Japanese cars we are buying. They are clan names. Each clan is making a car. And we, the sleeping people, are buying Toyota, what do you call these? The big ones. Land Cruiser, is this what you was? All of those are Japanese people who are very clever, selling to people who are asleep. So we want our young people to master science. They have started. You have seen how they have made the Chira vehicle, the Chira car, and the bus, and the pickup. Our people are now making the the electric motorcycles, they're making them here. The other day they gave me 1,000 of them. Secretariat should tell me where I should put those. I should give them either to the youth or who? The youth. Tanga. Let's start with the youth. Because they gave me 1,000 donation. This is a group from a girl from West Africa. I've forgotten what they call their group. PPS can tell you. Then I committed to buy, because I wanted to give each per sub-county and maybe per county for the youth. And then I need to buy another so that they cover I got 1,000, I need to buy the other. So things will be much easier because we shall have a source of money, additional source, to deal with some of these big investments. Now, finally, I want to thank, as I've already said, the NRM leaders and the masses. I held 143 rallies, and I will make a booklet of those rallies. They are historic, because they were so massive. Even me, I would really feel very worried about the numbers. Like the first one we had in Amolatar, huge number of people, all of them, Koboko, where, all of these, Bukadeya, all of these places, huge. Mbarara, where, everywhere, wherever we went. Like recently when Kasese, you will see picture. I will make a booklet for all of them. So therefore, I congratulate the people of Uganda. I ask the confused people to come back to sanity, because what they are planning, what they wanted to do, we already know, and we have already mobilized together with the people. Much of it, the residual should stop, because we know we shall get all of them if they don't stop. So with this, I thank everybody, and I wish you good luck and a successful Kisanja of 2026-2031. Thank you.